Will never blinks. I'm going to talk to you about Shakespeare. I'm going to tell you the 10 quotes that every lawyer needs to know from Shakespeare. You know, Freud was once asked, who is your greatest inspiration? And without hesitation, Freud said, William Shakespeare. Because Shakespeare never blinks. He looks at the truth. He looks at the story on the surface, and he looks at the story beneath the surface. So the 10 quotes. First, from Macbeth, never lose hope. You know what lawyers do? We deal with people who have lost hope. We deal with people who need some inspiration. Macbeth, the king has been murdered. His son, Malcolm, is rallying the nobles. And they say, no, Macbeth is too strong. We can't do it. And what he says is this: the night is long that never finds the day. There is hope. We can do it. We can march on Macbeth and overthrow him. Prepare, then inspire. Band of Brothers, Battle of Agincourt, Henry V. Outnumbered. He is about to be slaughtered by the enemy, by the French. But he adapts. He has longbows. He builds trenches. And then he prepares, and then he inspires his men, and he says, we few, we happy few, we band of brothers. Henry V, prepare and then inspire. Restraint is perfection. When we're getting witnesses wedded, you know what? We don't need them to be flowery. We don't need them to be perfect. Shakespeare and King John understood that restraint is perfection. To gild refined gold, to paint the lily, to add another hue unto the rainbow is wasteful and ridiculous excess. As it goes in King John, so it should be when you get your witnesses ready to testify and when you're getting ready to try a case and put on your presentation. Beware the sociopath. 10% of the American population is sociopathic. They will manipulate. They will destroy. Shakespeare in Othello identified the first sociopath, Iago. And Iago tells you what he's going to do. When devils will the blackest sins put on, they do suggest at first with heavenly shows, as I do now. Oprah Winfrey, when somebody tells you who they are, believe them. Wasn't her originally, it was Shakespeare. Rationalization. At the end of Othello, Iago's plan works. The stage is littered with bodies. Othello murders his beautiful wife, Desdemona. And they said, why did you do it? And he rationalizes the worst things. Tell people why, anything. In honorable murder, if you will, for naught I did in hate, but all in honor. Sure, believe whatever you want, Othello, but a sociopath manipulated you. Hamlet and Horatio. Horatio is essentially Hamlet's lawyer. And Hamlet pays Horatio the greatest of all compliments as to why Horatio is his lawyer. For thou hast been as one in suffering all that suffers nothing. Give me that man that is not passion's slave, and I will wear him in my heart's core. I, in my heart of hearts. The greatest compliment any lawyer can be paid by a client. And you know what? It's okay to settle in life as you like it. A woman, Rosalind, is in the forest. She's lost. A young man is saying how much he loves a woman, and she's giving him a hard time. And she turns to the woman, and Rosalind goes, but mistress, know thyself, and thank heaven for a good man's love. For I must tell you friendly in your ear, so when you can, you are not for all markets. One of the greatest put-downs in all of literature. Learn to forgive. You know, we as lawyers sometimes are grievance collectors. In The Tempest, Shakespeare's last play written wholly by himself, he has Prospero go on a voyage of forgiveness. And it ends with this: though with their high wrongs I am struck to the quick, yet with my nobler reason against my fury do I take part. The rarer action is in virtue than in vengeance. A long, complex moral journey. And I leave you with this. Always keep asking. The first line, that is the greatest line in all of literature, is the first line of Hamlet. Who's there? And it's meant factually because a ghost has been visiting Elsinore Castle. But Shakespeare didn't just mean it as a factual question. Who's there? The ultimate existential question which Shakespeare deals with and grapples in Hamlet. Finally, be reconciled to the world. In The Tempest, again, the last play of Shakespeare, he reconciles himself to the world. We are such stuff as dreams are made on. And in our little life is rounded with a sleep from The Tempest. Absolute genius. Be reconciled to life. Be reconciled to living it. Be reconciled to the end. Shakespeare wanted us to be happy. It can be a great life. Make this your summer for Shakespeare. I highly recommend No Fear Shakespeare. Because if you read Shakespeare, I promise you, your eyes will be opened, your hearts will be opened, your minds will be opened. You'll be better people, and you'll be better lawyers.